there's anything car enthusiasts enjoy, it's arguing about cars. We professional car reviewers are no exception, but in general, we tend to agree on whether a certain vehicle is basically good or bad. Sure, we argue semantics and degree of goodness or badness, but we tend to be on the same page if not reading the same paragraph. This cannot be said of the new BMW X1. Rarely is the staff so divided about a car, truck, or SUV. Ask one editor, and it's a great little luxury crossover. Ask another, and it's an affront to everything BMW used to stand for. It doesn't help, either, that the X1 isn't sure what it is. There's a roundel on the hood, but it's a Mini underneath. It's based on a front-drive architecture despite those ads BMW used to run about how front-wheel drive sucks. It's a crossover, but it has the same cargo capacity as an all-wheel drive 3 Series sports wagon and can't tow, either, though it does have an extra 1.5 inches of ground clearance. It's the smallest crossover BMW makes but still weighs 3,708 pounds as tested. The Golf didn't narrow much once we began driving, but it did narrow. Walton found the X1 precise, predictable, and nimble, and it had better steering than the 3 Series. Camisa declared it excellent, with great balance, good grip, and well-weighted, though completely steering. Marcus was less impressed, deeming the handling decent, and Mackenzie blamed the tires for spoiling a good chassis. Lieberman thought it handled unremarkably and found the driving experience quite forgettable. Lowe was likewise unimpressed, and I felt it had far too much body roll and not nearly enough grip. Seabaugh said the steering rack feels as if it's a mini steering box on Novocaine. Just dull, heavy, slow, and with no feedback. The RAV4 drives better. For what it's worth, the X1's test track performance was nearly identical to a Mercedes-Benz GLA 254 Matic, a crossover we all like. The X1 pulled 0.85 grams on the skid pad and ran a 26.8 second figure 8 lap at 0.65 average lateral G. The X1 also received near universal praise for its off-road performance. Driven through deep silt and sand, the all-wheel drive system acquitted itself brilliantly without engaging any special modes. The tires might not have impressed on pavement, but in the loose stuff, they dug in and kept the vehicle moving while the stability and traction control systems let the wheels spin and claw for grip rather than shutting everything down. What, then, does all that make the X1? Is it a respectable, affordable, professionally executed entry-level BMW SUV, as Mackenzie put it, or does it fail to live up to the brand's values, as Seabaugh said? In this case, it falls right in the middle. It's not as terrible as some editors made it out to be or as good as others defended it as. For an entry-level luxury crossover designed and marketed to customers who have no idea which wheels are driven or why it matters, the X1 is perfectly adequate.